Gotterup. I'm from Little Silver, New Jersey. And I went to Rutgers for 4 years and then finished up last year at Oklahoma. So now I'm getting the feel of the real life out here on tour. It's a little different than school, but yeah, I mean, it's been a blast. I probably never thought I would get this far in golf. I mean, I always just played for fun, and fun turned into a job, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I mean, it's been, like I said, it's been a blast, and this week will be really fun.
Hi everybody, I'm Jake Pierce. I'm 18 years old. I just graduated from DeSales, and then I'll be playing golf at Ohio Northern University, and also with Air Force ROTC. So I've been with First Tee maybe 6, 7, 8 years. When my dad was deployed in the Air Force, my parents signed me up for First Tee, and I've stuck with it ever since. So.
The Hartley side, I like that. The sales thing, we'll go over it. It's all right. Congrats on that. Carol, you go for it.
Hi, I'm Caroline Donato, and I'm going to be a sophomore this year at Hilliard Derby High School. And I first started playing golf, I think, in 5th grade, and I joined girls golf in 6th grade and did that for a few years. And then I became E-leader, and now I'm on the National E-leader Board of Directors.
Hello, my name is Grace O'Grady. I'm a recent graduate of Pickerington High School Central, and in the fall I will be at Yale University. I will not be playing golf. I do golf for fun, but I will be studying political science and environmental studies. And I've been doing the First Tee for a decade now. Once I turned 18, because I started when I was 8.
So I first started playing golf, I think, in 5th grade because I just watched my dad and my brother play, so then I just wanted to try it. And then I did do First Tee. It was during COVID though, so we did it like online. So we all got on Zoom, and I did it like in my backyard. And then when we could finally like get out and go places, that's when I did girls golf at the golf course, and I just did that. And then it's really helped me a lot because it really taught me that golf is just not. It's not just all about golf. It's also about like making new friends and also having fun. And that's with being an E-leader. That's what I like try to tell the girls. Like, it's not just all serious. It's also about having fun and making new friends. I've been an E-leader for about 3 years, and it's really just something that I can like give back to the community because I remember seeing the E-leaders when I was there, and I really looked up to them. So when I was old enough to become one, I really just try to like help the girls with golf too, but also with like making new friends and things like that. And when they like first get there, they all talk to each other about their days, and we all like do exercises to warm them up. But it's really just about like volunteering and helping them, and helping them have a good golfing experience.
I was a participant for many years, and then I got an opportunity to with an internship over the summer a couple years ago. And then ever since then, I've just been coming back and volunteering my time, and I really enjoy seeing the kids that come up through the program. And like I remember Grace when we were all little, and like just kind of like seeing all the kids grow up together and making those connections, and yeah, and like with the connections part, like there's so many connections I've made with First Tee, and it's unbelievable. So.
Yeah, so for me, I did First Tee as well as girls golf, best of both worlds. And I started here in the central Ohio area, when I was 8, but I moved down to Memphis chapter, and then I came back up here. And, but either way, regardless, I think it's funny, because I remember one time, I showed up to one of the girls golf, sorts of things, something like that, and everyone just assumed that I was a volunteer. And I was like, no, I'm signed up for the class. And they're like, wait, I thought you were a volunteer. And I was like, oh. Okay, sure, I'm just be a volunteer now. And it was just one of those where it's like it's very easy to just to be of help, and it's a lot of fun, especially in this very collaborative sort of organization. And for me, it was really exciting because I know that especially when I had switched over and everything like that. It was just really funny being able to see all these little kids and be like, oh, that was me when a couple of years ago. And now, especially because I've also been, I was an intern last summer, and I played an intern again this summer. And it was just, it's always really fun, seeing these other, small kids and everything, and being like, oh, and they're picking up sticks, and they're making imaginative stories, and they're just goofing off. But it's like, what, that was me, and trying to it's really fun, trying to indulge them a little bit and let them have their silly little moment and everything, but then also show them that there's things that we can learn out here. And that there's, a greater lesson here, and it's really nice to be a part of this, machine that is pumping out, these really empathetic and conscientious people, and it's really nice to know that I've learned so many skills from it, and now that I can impart my wisdom on you.
Grace, you both mentioned now being leaders in first year participants, now you get to be a leader. What has that done for you in your development as young women, and then as you obviously, Grace, you're heading to college? What has that done for you in your life and your studies and everything that you've done in your life?
There's a lot of variety in the people who are at the first tee. I'm not a golfer. I'm not like a golfer, but I know how to golf, and I can have a fun time when we're out there on the course, okay? And that's what matters. But yes, and we're talking to a lot of people. I did what I had to do to stay on my high school varsity golf team, and no more than that. And because for me, I do like literally 30 extracurriculars, like, clubs, organizations, all these sorts of things. But for me, like, golf still, because I also try to start doing tennis, but tennis and golf are in the same season. And after a little bit, I was like, tennis, I'm sorry, but you gotta get out. And I'm like, I can't do both at the same time. And just, golf is just what I end up always, like, coming back to. I remember, especially with this last season, one of the girls that I met on the team, she was only, like, a freshman. But we started bonding over, like, musical theater, and then we became, like, best friends on the course. And it's just, like, it's very funny how, like, golf, it's so easy to make friends.
When you see this kind of passion for the game of golf, how excited does it make you? I mean, you're not that much older than them, but seeing it right there, that's gotta be cool.
Yeah, it's really cool, and I think they're way more put together than I was. I didn't know half the words that they're saying. But yeah, it's awesome. I mean, that's kind of what golf's all about. Like, they're talking about, meeting people, and for me, I mean, my network is so big just because of golf. For no reason other than golf. Like, I would have no reason to know all these people that I know, and it just puts everyone at a level playing ground. Even if you're not the same on the course, you're playing the same game. So I think it's a really good opportunity, and obviously, hearing people talk about golf like that, that's how we all think about it. So it's really fun.
And Jake, I'm sure as you head to Ohio Northern here, where is golf taking you besides just the college, but where is it taking you in your life?
Yeah, so I've played in a bunch of tournaments. I got an opportunity to play in Orlando in December for a tournament. Made some great connections there. And then just like locally, I have a tournament next week. And with high school, we actually made it to the Division I district championship this year. And then we did really good there. We had a guy that went on the states. But just with high school golf and stuff like that, it's amazing the opportunities that come along with it.
Especially when I go to some of the other, opportunities around the U.S., is that, it is a lot about, networking, but not networking like, oh, hey, here's my name, here's my email, you should call me Buster. No. It's just about, building a community and actually, like, getting to know people in a personal way, and golf just is an avenue to do that in a very, like, natural way. So that's definitely going to continue with me when I go to Yale, because I think that's really important, the skills that I've been able to learn.
And Carolyn, where do you hope that the game of golf takes you? You still have a couple more years of high school, it sounds like, right? So where do you hope for it to take you, even if it's not in college, but just in life, where do you hope it takes you?
So for me, since I still have 3 more seasons of high school, I really want to make it to districts, because I might make it to sectionals this year, and hopefully I can make it districts and maybe even states. But really after high school, I want to be like a cardiologist, so I'm going to go to like pre-med. And probably major in biology, so I'm not going to play in college, but I want to continue doing like club golf, and then do tournaments in college also.
You all look very impressive.
Okay, so how did you develop your love for golf?
For me, it's the people that I played with and where I played it. Like at home, I played this club, Rumson Country Club, and it's really my friends that I play with. I play with guys my age, my brother, his friends, and then my dad's friends too. It's just a good group, and it makes it relaxed, and it's not, I'm not out there grinding all day. I'm out there having fun. We're just playing and making fun of each other, and that's how it's supposed to be. So it keeps the game relaxed, and makes you want to go out there. And you don't want to lose to your friends too. That makes it worse. If you lose, you go practice, and then you go back and get them the next day. So that's where it came from for me. And it's even more fun now when I get to go home and go back and play, just to go hang out with those guys. It takes golf. There's 2 different types of golf for me. It's here, and then I get to go home, and it's not really work.
Like for me, like I said, I'll be playing college golf. So how was that transition from high school to college golf?
Yeah, I mean it's different. It's I mean, for me, high school golf was still pretty competitive, and you're trying your best. And then college golf is, I think for me, high school golf was not as much team oriented. I was kind of focused on myself and getting myself to school. And college, you really need a team to play well, and you gotta feed off other people. And it's cool because you get to pick people's brains too. Like, I was good at one thing, but my teammate was really good at this other thing. It's more kind of a visual learning, and it's just fun doing it with your team. So that was a good part for me too. It's just traveling with people, and you're not traveling by yourself.
Yeah.
So one thing I know that especially recently a lot of golfers have been making sure to take care of themselves more than past golfers have.
Yeah.
Especially make sure to have that healthier kind of lifestyle and everything. So how are you doing that?
Yeah, it's really important. In school, like I said, in school too, we are always in the gym, 4 or 5 days a week, and it just makes you, when you work out, you feel good, and you don't get up and you're like, oh, my back hurts, this hurts, this hurts. When you get up and you do something, first of all, it just makes you feel good, getting going in the day. But also, we're playing 4 or 5 weeks in a row, and you're playing a lot of golf, so you need to be on top of it and just kind of staying loose and stretching. And it's just an important part of the game that happens behind the scenes. But yeah, if you're not doing that, I mean, if I'm not doing that, my body's gonna shut down on me. So I just need to stay ahead of it, but it is really important for sure.
Especially now, there's just everybody looking at you all the time. I don't know, how is that? Because I feel like, in high school it's a lot more, I mean, obviously once you make it to, some of the, the bigger tournaments, of course there's people there, but especially just like playing with your team, I feel like it's a bit more personal. It's like really just you and, the player you're with. But like now I feel like you're very visible to the entire US, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's a learning process. I was lucky enough at school, we had televised events and stuff, so you kind of learn to deal with that stuff. Obviously the first time it probably doesn't go great, but it's kind of just get comfortable. The more it happens, the more you get comfortable with it. And for me, I like playing with people watching because it makes me have to focus, and I don't want to embarrass myself in front of people. So it's easy to hit a bad shot when no one's looking, and you're like, whatever. But when people are like, ooh, and it's not, it makes you want to focus and hit a better shot. And I think that's why you see all these crazy things happen at the end of events when people are focusing, and same thing with every other sport. So. I think it's cool. I look at it as a cool thing with people following you because that means you're doing something right. But it definitely is. There's a learning curve to it for sure.
Do you control your emotions when you're in high stress situations?
Yes, from New Jersey. Keep that in mind.
I'd like to think I try to do a really good job of it, but like we were talking this morning, I played last week and. I felt like I was playing really good, and it just wasn't. I was kind of stuck in neutral all week, and it was just super frustrating. And I try to, I just try to take every shot as, I just have one more shot to hit. And, if I try to not think about the future, I need to do this, and then it probably won't happen if I'm thinking about, I need to come in 5th place or whatever. Like, you're not going to come in 5th place if that's how you're thinking about it. So, I just try to have fun, and
we're super thankful for our current partners or just being a part of First Tee of Central Ohio and our girls golf program. And so we're really thankful for you all.